I'd say the best advice that Ife's given me is courage and to put your hand up. So never be afraid to put your hand up for a new task or a new job role in some way. As an example, I was working for a company which had recently been acquired by another company, and we had this kind of onboarding type situation where everybody was around a round table for 2 days. During the course of the 2 days, it was mentioned that there was a service which the new company delivers, which is a training course called IAITAM. So it's a training course for asset managers within my industry. And so as soon as that happened, my ears pricked up anyway, because I like to train people, and I have done in the past. And then I think at the end of day one, I came home and I actually met with Ife that day. And we went through this whole situation about putting your hand up for new responsibilities. So you have to almost own that responsibility if you want things in your life to change, and don't be afraid. So what I did was the next day I went in, and actually towards the end of the day, the guy who was running the session said, "Is there anybody that would be interested in delivering this course?" And me, immediately, without even thinking about it, kind of subconsciously, I just went, "Me." So I put my hand up, and he said, "Right, great. Well, send me an email, and we'll get on it, if you like." So, long story short, I ended up becoming a trainer for that particular company. Ended up travelling to places within the world that I've never been before. So Atlanta, I've been to Porto in Portugal, to Amsterdam about 10 or 12 times a year. And a day rate of a consultant in my industry is roughly about 900 a day. After taking this course, my day rate as a sellable day rate went to 3.5k per day. Now this wasn't every single day obviously, but it was whenever I was sold, it was typically sold at that kind of rate. And I think that, and I don't say that to boast, I say it to kind of impress that if you put your hand up for new experiences or new responsibilities, you never know where it's going to go. PowerLift Your Career is great because it not only comes as an audiobook, but it comes as a paperback on Kindle as well. So for me personally, I love to read. And I love to go to the gym, and I spend a lot of time in my car as well. So if I'm traveling to client meetings, or I'm spending 1 or 2 hours in my car, I'm able then to listen to the audiobook. So I listen to the audiobook at the gym when I'm working out, which is typically around maybe an hour and a half. And then when I'm in the car, I listen to it as well. So the great thing about that is I can turn my car, and all the time I spend in my car, I can turn that into like an educational bubble. What I also like about the audiobook is when I'm in traffic, what I'm able to do is to almost control the situation. As a human being, I think that we like the idea of control and progressing and moving forward. And that's kind of one of life's goals, and I've taken that from the book as well, is that as a human, if we're progressing, we feel like we're doing well and we're happy and we're content. So when I'm in traffic, and you probably know this, is that you're out of control of the situation. You can't control what's happening. So when you're listening to an audiobook, you're actually learning. So you're in control of the situation. So the traffic isn't such a burden. It isn't such a problem, because rather than sitting and listening to the radio or listening to to the sound of your motor running, you're able to listen to an audiobook, and to actually learn and grow as a person. So that really works for me.